So maybe we can start by introducing ourselves. Is it okay with you, Sam?
Of course, let's go.
Cool. Good morning, everyone. So my name is Teresa Donofrio. I am a part of the business development team here at the Tablet Hotels and the Michelin Guide. I'm Italian, you may tell by my accent, and I'm based and I live here since a while now. I'm adopted by the Catalan people. I live in Spain, Barcelona. Been here for 20 years and already 7 years with the Tablet Hotels Michelin Guide. And we really hope that you enjoy this session today. Sam, back to you.
Thank you very much. Hi, I'm Sam. I'm also part of the business development group, and I'm Singaporean and based in Singapore. Been with the company since 2020, so it's about actually 6 years this month.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's been quick. It seems yesterday, Sam.
yeah, exactly. And
I
yeah,
just want to apologize if you hear any strange noise around me. Just want to tell the audience that today in Barcelona we have a yellow alert for very heavy winds. So the schools have been closed, public offices have been closed, and the parks are closed. It reminds me a little bit of the pandemic times, you know. So we've been asked to stay home, and we are not allowed to go outside because it could be dangerous. I think we can start. It's 2 past 10. We still have a few people coming in. Just so Pierre coming in. Good morning, everyone. Again, there is a, a good number of attendees. We're very happy. So yeah, let's start. I think it's time to kick this off. So again, thank you for being here today and kicking off our 2026 Travel Week series. This is actually our fourth year that we're hosting this virtual event. And we are trying this time something a little bit different. What do I mean by different? So in the past, the Travel Week was a week packed with so many programs. But this year, we decided to shake things up a little bit and turn this virtual event into a series. So over the next 3 weeks, we will be sharing with you informational sessions like the ones we are hosting today, Sam and I, along with the panel discussions, written resources, and we have a few fun surprises for you as well along the way. So don't worry, even though the format has changed, the idea behind the Travel Week still remains the same. And you know, we in our team, we as a business development manager, we talk to hotel partners basically every day on a one-to-one level. But this event, the Travel Week, really gives us the chance to bring you all together, gives us the chance to talk to you about the bigger picture when it comes to our business and to our industry. Travel Week also allows us to take a step back and reflect on the past year, and also it gives us the opportunity to look at the future of our business. And now, just before we start and we dig in with all our topics, we have a small surprise for you, a little treat. We have a video for you. Sam, do you mind to play it?
Hello everyone, and welcome to Travel Weeks. It's really a pleasure to have you with us. Over the coming days, we will bring together an extraordinary community of hotels from across our selection.
Hey, sorry,
Each of
Sam,
you
we don't see the
represents a
image.
distinct vision of hospitality, shaped by
apologies. Let me try
place.
again.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Travel Weeks. It's really a pleasure to have you with us. Over the coming days, we will bring together an extraordinary community of hotels from across our selection. Each of you represent a distinctive vision of hospitality shaped by place, culture, and an enduring commitment to excellence. This is a moment to step back from the day-to-day and look ahead together. Through our virtual sessions, we will explore emerging travel trends, broader industry topics, and the forces shaping how guests experience the world today and tomorrow. But of course, this event is about more than insights alone. It's about connection, it's about shared learnings, and it's about recognizing the dedication, passion, and individuality that each of your hotels brings to the industry. You are part of this community. Your voice, your experience, and your ambition are what make it stronger. Thank you for taking the time to join us and to help shape the future of travel together.
Teresa, you're muted.
Thank you, Sam. It was a great introduction from Gwendal Pulnek. He's actually an international director of the Michelin Guide, and he basically runs the whole Michelin Guide. So let's move on. Since we started Travel Week back in 2022, we have always had a main travel trend presentation like this one we are running today. Today, we want to talk to you about some of the trends that we are seeing in the hotel industry. We want to highlight some data that relates to these trends. And also, we want to give you more details about what we are doing on our end and what you can do in response to these trends that we are about to see. On the next slide, let's take a look at the agenda. So we have identified 3 trending topics, and we want to talk to you about today about the state of travel first, and how the future is bright behind us, ahead of us, especially for the luxury hotel industry. We will also have a brief recap of our Michelin Key Awards, and we'll be talking about how keys are redefining and establishing a global standard for excellence in hospitality. We are also going to touch base on one of the biggest hot topic, not only for our industry, not only for the hotel industry, but in every business. And I'm talking about artificial intelligence. And we will be talking about how travelers are actually using artificial intelligence to plan their trip and to discover new hotels. And also how we are optimizing these tools to convert and turn these suggestions from AI into bookings. Finally, we will be talking about the increased popularity of experiential travel. So how travelers and our users are seeking out unique stay and food and beverages experiences. So let's start with the number 1 topic on the agenda. Let's talk about the state of travel, and especially for the luxury sector. So the future is bright. The online travel. Sorry, I just want to remind everyone to unmute your microphone. Thank you. The online travel industry has exploded since the pandemic, and there are no signs of slowing down, especially in the luxury segment. In fact, from our data, we can share that intercontinental travel has increased by 18% year over year. Domestic and continental travel have also increased by 16% year over year, and intercontinental travel to all continents has increased year over year. The only one segment that has actually decreased is the international travel to the US, which is down by 11% year over year. So even with everything going on in the economy and around the world, the luxury sector is still holding strong and continues to grow. In fact, a recent study from Virtuoso noted that bookings of $50,000 or more are up 35% compared to 2024. And also, a Skift survey last year revealed that 45% of the people who took part in the survey say that they are planning to spend even more on travel in the next year. On a similar note, a new forecast from Boston Consulting Group paint a really positive picture for our industry. They estimated that leisure travel could become a 15 trillion opportunity for airline, hotels, and other travel businesses by 2040, up from 5 trillion US dollar in 2024. This is really impressive. Now, there are a few big reasons for that growth. One is the rapidly expanding middle class in many emerging markets. So we have more people eager and able to spend on travel. Another reason is the shift toward the spending on experiences instead of things. In fact, we see more and more people that are rather more interested in meaningful experience, in building meaningful memories rather than collect material items. So it's not enough anymore to book a hotel that is just good enough. People are spending their money sometimes on a once in a lifetime trip, and they really see where they stay as a big part of the experience. That is particularly true when it comes to luxury travelers. In a recent study of our own users, 57% said that they care more about having an amazing hotel experience than be close to the main sites. We have 57% of these people versus 43% that rather stay next to the main site. So we really see that the hotel isn't just a place where you go to sleep, but it's like the key part of the stay, the key part of their trip. And because the travelers are spending more money in these uncertain times, they are also looking first and foremost to brands that they trust. Today, there are, as we know, more hotels than ever. There are more places to book hotels than ever. And among all this noise of trying to find the perfect place to stay, travelers are actually relying to boutique agencies, advisors, curated collections. And in addition to that, traveler expectations are also very high, higher than ever. More than ever, travelers are also looking for high personalized recommendation and services, while they are still expecting consistent in the standard of quality, both for when they book a trip, so during the booking process, but also in the actual stay itself. Let's move on the next slide. So the previous slide, the previous concept really takes me to this slide, the red guide. With that, Michelin guide and the Michelin keys come in. There is a need, as we said, for a trusted brand, for a trusted authority to step in, and that's what we are here for. Michelin is a timeless legacy brand that's always been about curation. Since the day of the Red Guide back in 1900, Michelin has been the global authority for restaurant curation. But now we are taking that a step further with the key distinctions, and we are establishing a new standard that hasn't really existed before in the world, in the hotel world. So, what are the Michelin keys? I'm pretty sure you are almost familiar, all of you are familiar with the keys, but if you are not, or if you need a refresher, keys are the Michelin new distinction, similar to stars for restaurants. So it's the award that It's an award for extraordinary hotels all over the world, all hotels in our selection are eligible for keys, and you can receive 1, 2, or 3 keys. 1 key means a truly special stay. 2 keys stands for an exceptional stay, and 3 keys is an absolutely extraordinary experience. Keys are decided on by our team of inspectors. Inspector operates anonymously and separately from our business and commercial teams. Inspectors are full-time Michelin employees. They are travelers themselves. Sometimes they are former hotel or OTA employees, and they are extremely expert in their own field. So our anonymous inspections show exactly what we care about. We handpick the best hotels and make it the human experience the real standard. These are real people, inspectors are real people staying in hotels. They evaluate them on their entire experience. They don't use a checklist. They don't have specific boxes to check. They also pay in full for their rooms. And again, they operate anonymously so they can get the authentic and the user experience during the stay. So yes, we are aware we operate a little bit different from all other reviewers like Forbes, Condé Nast, because our process is a bit more subjective. But that's also the key. It's also the reason why users know that they can trust our recommendations. The most exciting things about keys is that it's not a one-size-fits-all model. Because we don't have a specific set of criteria or features that a hotel must have to receive a key, this gives inspector the freedom to use their experience and their expertise to decide which hotel deserves an award. With Michelin keys, we are not just cutting, through the noise. We are establishing a standard that did not really exist before now. Now, more than ever, with the industry remaining strong, there is a clear need for trusted authorities to step in and become the main source for reliable recommendations. Michelin has been around for more than 100 years, is a household name and timeless source of discovery. And now we are extending that to hotels in a way that we haven't, and actually no one has done before. Moving to the next slide, we have started rolling out the keys in the spring of 2024, but actually, officially, we introduced the keys to the world through our inaugural Global Hotel ceremony in October last year. We revealed the 2025 keys, as well as some special awards like the Excellence in Design and Architecture, the Opening of the Year, and the Wellness Award. Representatives from hotels in nearly 40 countries came to Paris to celebrate as we announced these awards, and it was a huge success. The attendees were thrilled, and the room was buzzing with journalists, influencers, and many other key industries insiders. What's interesting for us to see was that after the event, the impact was immediate. We saw several responses and recaps of the event and the importance of keys in several publications, from AFAR to SiteMinder to Google. They all highlighted the significance of the keys. If you attended this section, this travel week last year, you may remember that we talked about keys, that they would start redefining the industry, and now we are actually see that happen in real time. We are also planning to reveal by the end of 2026 the new keys, details to be confirmed, but also, as I said, all hotels are eligible for keys, and you will know more by the end of this year if you got 1, 2, or 3 keys. On the next slide, we'll really what's it's really exciting for us is that our key distinction are not just getting interest in the industry, but they are clearly driving a result in revenue bookings. On this slide, you can see that since our global event in Paris, October last year, bookings for key hotels have increased by 14% in the same period year-over-year. And taking a closer look to our largest market, Paris, we can see that even though key hotels for Paris represent 20% of the entire selection in the city, they made up 52% of the total bookings in Paris in 2025. So once again, we are seeing the impact of key on so many levels. In a growing industry that shows no sign of slowing down, keys have become a clear standard, something hotel aim for, and that travelers rely on when deciding where to stay. Our data show us that people are using keys to plan their trips and booking these hotels through the Michelin Guide. And now I let Sam take it from here. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Teresa. So next up, we would like to talk for a bit on the significance of AI on the online travel industry and how we are leveraging the most popular AI tools to help travelers find and book hotels. So we all know that AI is a hot button topic in every industry, and travel and hotels are no exception. AI can be used in many ways to benefit the product, like guest experience, efficiency, training, etc. But travelers are also using it more than ever as a path to discovery. From a recent study, 53% of Gen Z and 57% millennials use AI tools like ChatGPT, Gemini, Meta, or Mindtrip. Mindtrip is a dedicated AI travel planner, and they use all this to get hotel recommendations. In addition, we know that from our data that sessions from users who come from ChatGPT to our sites have been increasing, on average 32% month over month. And this makes sense as the industry grows to continue to grow and hotel options are more widespread than ever before. Travelers are using these advanced tools to find inspiration, get travel and hotel options that are personalized to their specific needs, wants, and preferences. AI certainly can't do everything yet, but it can be a jumping off point, a source of inspiration, a validation, and a catalyst to start the planning process. So, how does that relate to us? How are we getting leads and traffics from these AI tools? On this slide, you'll see the top 5 places on Michelin and Tablet that our users get to from AI queries. You'll see destination search pages plus program information coming from a user asking, how do I get perks for hotel stays? And also editorial pieces. Many of these pages are coming from our online magazine. So if you're not aware, we do have an in-house editorial team and we do publish frequent articles that highlight specific hotels, hotel brands, and destination. And this really showcases the value of our content in that it's attracting a wide audience looking for specific recommendations. We also know that we often return results for travelers looking for a specific kind of hotel. One example, you may ask ChatGPT for a recommendation for a luxury spa in Vals, Switzerland. And for someone who loves design and architecture, and someone who is looking for a gourmet experience. ChatGPT returns our listing for 7132 Hotel, a 3 Michelin key property. Another example of this, if you ask ChatGPT what is the most trusted restaurant and hotel curation in the world, we are the number one response. Importantly, these tools are returning listings and leading to us because of our reputation as a trusted source for the recommendations. When you see the Michelin and tablet names behind results like the one I just mentioned, you know that it's legitimate and can be credible, which is crucial in a world where technology mishaps can and do occur, and AI is far from a perfect mechanism. A study from SEO Travel recently found that up to 90% of AI curated travel itineraries contains errors ranging from incorrect business hours to hallucinations, or in other words, the AI tool completely making up a spot that doesn't actually exist. An article from BBC cites two tourists who had used AI to find a hike called the Sacred Canyon of Human Tay, which with vivid images and description of the area. Unfortunately, this hike and canyon does not actually exist, and these tourists actually paid for a car to a rural area in the Andes just to find out that AI had led them astray. So, as wonderful as these new tools can be, and as much as they are being embraced by travelers, it's important for us to point out that AI cannot, and never will be able to replace the actual human experience of staying in a hotel. We see it as a helpful way to facilitate discovery, but when it comes to validating and booking a hotel, our user still wants that human element to make that decision. And so they look to our curation, uh, crafted by our real life inspectors. When you have experts actually staying at hotels, they can get a feel of the layout of the room, the sound of the air conditioning unit or the traffic outside, the feel of the pillow, and the vibe of the lobby. Simply put, they know what a hotel feels like more than any AI ever can. If you're interested in learning more about what our inspector look for, how they work, and who they are, we'll actually be sending out a written Q&A with one of our anonymous hotel inspectors next week. So look out for that in your inbox very soon. So the last big trend we want to touch on, and that's very near and dear to us, is the increase of experiential travel, or travelers seeking out new and unique experience to supplement their hotel stays. It's true that we talk about this segment of travelers a lot because of the nature of our user base, uh, being the experience seekers and restaurant lovers who prefer brands that try new things. And we talk especially about food and beverage crossover because we're simply the only OTA that has a restaurant and hotel selection side by side. From the same study we cited earlier about the promising outlook for the luxury travel industry, it was noted that one of the main reasons behind this is a growing emphasis on people spending their money on experiences rather than things or material items. Tariffs, environmental concerns with over consumption, and simplification is causing people to go do things, creating memories, and spending quality time together with their loved ones instead of buying things. Traditional beach getaways, urban adventures, and nature experiences are still popular. Other travel themes, including sports, concerts, cultural and historical interests, health and wellness, and spiritual or religious goals, are on the rise. And food tourism is more popular than ever. Travelers will plan their trip around food experiences, choosing to travel somewhere just to dine in a Michelin starred restaurant, or finding some authentic local cuisine, especially with our audience, with 30% of our bookings coming from our existing restaurant selection user base. From a recent study of our customers, uh, survey, I would say actually, we found that they are seeking out a wide variety of experiences. And on this slide, you will see our users are actually interested in wellness, culture, food and wine, exploration, and the outdoors. When asked what kind of sample trips they'd be interested in, our user responded with these varied experiences. So 21% are interested in agritourismo, like a farm to table tour of southern Italy's farmhouse hotels. 20% were interested in exploring medieval villages, Michelin star dining, and the country inns of rural France. 18% prefer the rugged outdoors and incredible modern architecture of Patagonia. 13% want to learn more about the music scene in Japan through visiting jazz clubs, vinyl bars, and location music performances. And lastly, 12% are interested in dining along the pilgrim path in Spain. And to cater to these experience seeking users, I'm happy to share today that we are in the process of developing tablet trips from our tablet brand, which will give our audience a chance to visit these places like this and beyond and book your hotels while doing so. So look out for any uh, announcement that we have. You should be hearing more about this soon. So other brands are seeing this as well. A recent New York Times featured highlighted how airlines and reward programs like Marriott Bonvoy and Chase Sapphire are letting members use miles and points to book different kinds of experiences, such as chef dinners, concerts, VIP, and behind the scene access to events. Now, those last few slides offered examples of our users and travelers' interests. But what about when it comes to what hotels they're actually booking? Within our own Plus program, which is the program where hotels offer VIP amenities to our paying members, you have the ability to offer unique and locally focused amenities and experiences. And those properties offering these benefits see a big return. On average, Plus hotels with unique or experiential amenities are booked 155% more than the location average. Some examples of the amenities offered at these hotels are some of them would offer specific food and beverage centered amenities, and they are booked 7% more than the location average. Uh, Area Hotel Prague, for example, offers a complimentary three-course meal for Plus members and is booked 30% more than the local average bookings in Prague. Another option we have for our users interested in food and beverage are special rates and packages that include meals at a Michelin starred or recommended restaurants. We began a pilot program last year in Thailand that was very successful. In the second half of 2025, Thai hotels offering these promotion saw a 40% increase in bookings year over year. And I'm happy to say that there will be more to come with these offerings. So please stay tuned and to hear more from us about how your hotel can participate. Finally, we are also seeing the crossover just in our trending destination areas where we are seeing the largest amount of growth in bookings and traffic. For example, southern US states, Texas and Colorado are fastest growing markets in the US. And this correlates with the expansion of the Michelin restaurant guide in those areas, which is more evident of the crossover from restaurant user base. Also in the US, areas like Utah, Montana, and the Northeast, such as Vermont, are seeing strong growth in bookings, which we can attribute this to travelers seeking out nature and outdoorsy destinations. Bookings in Thailand overall increased 56% year over year due to the food and beverage offers. And in Portugal, where we feature a huge selection of hotels offering food and wine experiences, wellness, and family friendly options. These bookings increased 36% year over year. And I'll hand my time back to Teresa, who will be summarizing this whole session for you.
Hey, Sam, thank you. Yeah, that was quite a lot to take in. So let's quickly walk you through a summary, which we highlighted on this last slide of our session. We listed the main topics we touched on today, and these are to help our hotel partners to succeed this year. So first on the list, let's talk about the trust is the ultimate currency. So yes, we saw that in a crowded market, travelers are relying and turning to trusted brands. The Michelin key stands out, boosting bookings and showing that Michelin is a global leader in quality and trust. More than just to stay relevant, Michelin keys are reshaping how travelers find and recognize exceptional hotels like yours. Second on our list, artificial intelligence for discovery, but humans for validation. So we saw that AI tools like GPT, Gemini, and Mindtrip are becoming a primary search engine for the next generation. But actually, the final booking decision still remains on human expertise, and our curation bridges the gap between the digital inspiration and real-world trust. And third on our recap list, experience first. We saw that the hotel is no longer secondary thought to the destination, but is actually the destination. So by integrating unique F&B and localized experiential amenities, your hotel can gain more visibility and more bookings through our platforms. And finally, the power of crossover. So we saw through our data that fine dining goes hand in hand with luxury stays. Offering special restaurant packages or expanding to new locations is a great way to attract high-value travelers. So just as a final recap, today trends show us some really exciting opportunities. The key is what we do with these insights. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. If you want to keep the conversation going, please be sure to sign up for the upcoming session. There is plenty to learn, more to learn, and more to explore. And yeah, we come to the end of our session. We really hope you find it interesting, and with you can bring, some interesting insight to your hotel operational, and strategically, you can make some decision based on this trend.
Yes, and I understand some might have joined us midway,
Yeah.
but not to worry. There are actually other sessions available that is the same topic later on this week. Or if you prefer, I believe we will be uploading this recording
Yes.
so you can rewatch it again. And maybe, yeah, we know that there's a lot of information today. And I think we can't absorb all of them, but yeah, you can always rewatch the session and take down notes, I guess.
Yes, absolutely. And besides the recording that will be posted on the platform, Hey Summit platform, we will also be sending a PDF file with this presentation to you all. Thank you again from us, Sam and I. It was a pleasure to have you here today. If you have any question, you have a contact person at Tablet Michelin Guide. Your main business development manager can advise you on any point that we touched on today. Thank you so much. Thank you, Sam.
Thank you, Teresa. All right.
Bye.
Have a great
Thank
week,
you.
everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you.